Very logical evening to all of you. A very logical evening to all of you, and welcome back to the Menti quiz. Uh, GKuiz Menti, this week's Menti quiz. The code for the week is 26527116. I repeat, you have to go to menti.com. Menti.com पे जाना है and then use the code 26527116. 26527116. Make sure you use the code 26527116. Menti.com. Use the code 26527116. So I can see many of you have joined. Jaldi jaldi join karte chalo. Bhavika, Harsh, Mahi, Pari, Anusha. A very logical evening to all of you. Shivansh, Nia, Rishi, Mudita, Ajit, Mahi Joshi, Arinjay, Anam, चैतन्य खुशी. वेरी वेरी लॉजिकल इवनिंग. और इसके पहले जो चैट्स पीछे की तरफ चले गए, अ लॉजिकल इवनिंग टू ऑल ऑफ यू. गुड एंड आई एम वेरी हैप्पी टू सी यू. Very logical evening. Just wait for, let's wait for few more participants to come, and then we'll start the quiz. Meanwhile, remember, newspaper reading is integral through clearing this examination. If you do not read newspaper, your chances of clearing this examination is very bleak. If you read newspaper every day, you have a very good chance of making it to the list, making it to the dream law school. Dream law school tak jana hai. Make sure you're reading newspapers every day, and if you're reading newspapers every day carefully, you should be able to answer most of the questions asked in the Menti quiz as well. Keep reading, keep revising. Good evening, Manvi, Divyanshu, Rashi, Yashasvi, Akshat, logical evening, Nirjara, good evening, Rishi, good evening, Sijil, good evening. Keep make keep working hard. I'm already very proud of you. Don't worry. Please work hard, work for your dreams, and make sure you'll make it to the dream law school. I think 150 plus students have already joined. Let's wait. Let's have a bigger target this time. Let's see 160 plus. All right, 161, 162. I think that's it. We should start with the quiz, and those who join in between can also join. Not a problem. Priyanshi, good evening. Ashlesha, Akshat, a very good evening to each and every one of you. Amit, good evening. Arya, logical evening, beta. Tanu, good evening. Durva, very logical evening. Acha, before I start with today's session, I can see most of my students have already joined. I have shared, again, I've already told you in the class, I've told you in the doubt clearing group as well. तो डाउट क्लियरिंग ग्रुप पे ही बता चुका हूँ, क्लास में ही बता चुका हूँ. आई हैव शेयर्ड एन एक्सेल शीट जिसमें मंथ वाइज आपको कितना कितना पढ़ना है. यू कैन कीप अ टैब ऑफ हाउ मच यू हैव कंप्लीटेड. Dedicate certain hours to GK every day and keep finishing that number of tasks that is given there. ठीक है? Suyesh, good evening. Poonam, Himshweta, Astha. All right. Very good evening, all of you. We'll start with today's quiz. हम लोग आज का quiz start करते हैं. All those who join after a particular point. Poonam, the code is 26527116. You can see that on the screen. Screen पे आपको code दिखेगा. Yes, Siddhi, indeed. जीतेंगे तो हम ही. Priyansh, logical evening. Poonam, code देखो बेटा वहां पर है 26527116. So let's start with today's session. First questions. First question on your screen. Answer as fast as possible so that you can get more points. Convention on Cluster Munitions was in news recently. It was adopted in Dublin in which year? Logical evening, Prerna. Get back to quiz. 2008 is the right answer. Cluster Munition Convention 2008 में साइन हुआ था. Next question on your screen. Join fast. Great. We have 185 plus participants today. Very good. Ludhiana-based institution has developed a new variety of dash called PBWRS1. Very good. So many of you got the right answer. The correct answer is wheat. PBWRS1 is basically a variety of wheat which has been recently developed. Next question on your screens. Recently in news, Takeshima Island is a disputed territory between which of the following countries? Takeshima Island is a disputed territory between which of the following countries? Astha, go to menti.com. It will ask you to put in a code. The code that you have to put in is 26527116. The correct answer is Japan and South Korea. Takeshima Island dispute. We'll check the leaderboard after every 10th question. How much equity do private players hold in the goods and services tax network? The correct answer is 51%. जीएसटी के इम्प्लीमेंटेशन के लिए वी हैव डेवलप्ड अ प्लेटफॉर्म. जीएसटी के प्रॉपर इम्प्लीमेंटेशन के लिए there's a platform called GST network, goods and services tax network. This GST network has has a divided ownership. So 51% of that ownership goes to the private player and the 49% stays with center and the state governments. That is what GST network is. Priyansh, hello sir, how are you? I'm fine, Priyansh. Hope you're doing well as well. आगे चलेंगे. Fifth question के बाद we'll be seeing the leaderboard after the fifth question. We just touched 200 players. Very good. Amazing. The competition is going to be tough this time, I'm sure. Which country has destroyed the last of its declared chemical weapons stockpile? Very easy. कोई भी न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ रहा है कर सकता है ये आंसर. Anyone reading newspaper or attending revising the weekly roundup should be able to answer this. Very good. The answer is USA. United States of America is the country which has recently destroyed the last of its declared chemical weapons. Chemical weapons, biological weapons, nuclear weapons, they are designated as weapons of mass destruction. Okay? So we require various conventions under which we make sure that these weapons are slowly and steadily done away with. Headquarters of Organization for Prohibition of Chemical Weapons, OPCW. OPCW का headquarters कहाँ पर है? Rotterdam, Glasgow, Stockholm, Hague. The code is 26527116. The Hague in Netherlands has the headquarters of OPCW, Organization for Prohibition of Chemical Weapons. Now this OPCW is very instrumental, has been very instrumental in coming up with the Convention on Chemical Weapons. And we know that the Hague, Netherlands also hosts the Permanent Court of Arbitration as well as the International Court of Justice. ठीक है, आगे बढ़ते हैं. Question number 7 on your screens. 210 players. Very good. In news, Hathni Kund barrage is on which river? Hathni Kund barrage is in news recently. It's related to floods in the northern Indian region. नॉर्थ इंडिया में जो फ्लड्स है उससे रिलेटेड हथनी कुंड बैरेज वाज इन न्यूज. कौन से रिवर पे बना है हथनी कुंड बैरेज? यमुना रिवर. दैट्स द राइट आंसर. वेरी गुड. 3 questions away from checking the leaderboard. Stay with me. Question number 8. SCORS is a centralized grievance redressal system of dash RBI, NASCOM, SBI or SEBI. Centralized grievance redressal system. If you have any grievance, you can go there, post your complaint, and that institution will ensure that your grievance are redressed. Correct answer is SEBI. SCORS is a centralized grievance redressal system of SEBI. SEBI is the market regulator of stock exchanges. South Asian University is located in which of the following countries? India, Bangladesh, Nepal, Myanmar. The correct answer is A, India. India is the right answer. India में New Delhi में you'll find South Asian University. Question number 10. After this, we'll check the leaderboard. Which Indian player has recently won Canada Open title 2023? Again an easy one. You must have read in the newspaper. I've told you sports section को miss नहीं करना है. Important news you need to be aware of, especially if there is an Indian athlete involved. Correct. Lakshya Sen is the right answer. Very good. Now let's check the leaderboard. So we have Shivansh, Devank, Manisha, Nia, Abhishek, Love, Priyal, Navneet, Barefoot, Contessa and Aryan Raghuvanshi. ठीक है, तो इतने बच्चे हैं. टॉप पे शिवांश पाटीदार, then you have Devank and then Manisha. Very good guys. Keep trying. अभी 40 questions बचे हुए हैं. लीडर बोर्ड बहुत ऊपर नीचे होता है इतने questions में. Keep trying. It's a very close contest from where I see. Great. Next question. We'll check the leaderboard again after the 20th question now. Forest Conservation Act was passed in which year? It was in news very recently. Forest Conservation Act passed in which year? 74, 76, 80, 86. Forest Conservation Act was passed in which of the following years? (1980) is the right answer. We'll move ahead. Next question on your screens. Project 75I of the Indian Navy is related to construction and design of which of the following? Destroyers, submarines, torpedoes or aircraft carriers? Project 75I. इंडियन नेवी का प्रोजेक्ट 75I किस चीज से रिलेटेड है? Submarines. Very good. Submarines is the right answer. Happy to see so many of you get the right answer. It's going to be a close contest this time, it seems. Brucellosis is a dash infection that spreads from animal to people. Viral, bacterial, fungal, or none of the above? Correct. It's a bacterial infection. Recently, there was a case in Kerala related to brucellosis being transferred from animals to a young kid. So, bacterial infection होता है brucellosis. Moving on to the next slide. Which state's cabinet recently recommended a proposal for inclusion of Kui language in the 8th schedule? 8th schedule of the Indian Constitution. Kui language. 8th schedule of the Constitution protects certain languages. The correct answer is Odisha. Odisha is the right answer. Recently, which country has declared a state of national emergency amid a surge in patients suffering from Guillain-Barré syndrome? GB syndrome or Guillain-Barré syndrome? Recently, there is a national emergency declared because of it. The correct answer is Peru. Very good. Recently in news, eDAR or IRAD project is initiative of which union ministry? eDAR or IRAD? The correct answer is Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. In questions like these, look for hints. Hints की तलाश किया करो. Look at those options: consumer affairs, civil aviation, finance. There's only one option: Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. And if you see, अगर मैं वहां पर क्वेश्चन में ईडार और आईरैड दिया हुआ है, आर इज कॉमन. ठीक है, तो अगर आप नाम देखोगे मिनिस्ट्रीज के तो भी आपको एक अंदाजा लग सकता है. इट्स एन एजुकेटेड गेस, आई विल से. एंड दीज काइंड्स ऑफ गेसेस यू शुड बी एबल टू मेक. Considering that CLAT is asking difficult questions, you should be in a position to figure out answers in certain questions. ठीक है, तो थोड़ा सा अपना presence of mind is equally important. If you know the answer, well and good, but sometimes even presence of mind can get you, you can arrive at the right answer with that. Question number 17. Current Director of Enforcement Directorate. Who is the current Director of Enforcement Directorate? ED. SK Mishra is the right answer. There's some issue going on related to the extension of tenure of Mr. SK Mishra. The current director is Director of Enforcement Directorate is SK Mishra. Next question on your screen, question number 18. 3 questions to the leaderboard. GST Council in its 50th meeting recently levied dash tax on full face value for online gaming, casinos and horse racing. This is something that we recently discussed in our doubt clearing group as well. Very good, 28%. So I can see that you guys are attentive to details even in the doubt clearing groups. Now remember, generally I tell you not to follow the tax rates of each and every commodity, but suppose there's a particular service, particular good, which is frequently in news, and there is a debate going around that particular issue, then that tax rate you'll have to remember. But it is not important for you to go around and memorize all the tax rates around it. But if something like online gaming was there, 28% online gaming platforms are saying that this is prohibitive. We'll not be able to survive if there's a 28% tax on it. So there is a debate going around it. So you should be able to know exactly what is the amount of GST that is being imposed on online gaming. ठीक है, आगे बढ़ेंगे. Who is the current governor of West Bengal? The frequent issues with the governor and the government of West Bengal. So who is the current governor of West Bengal? SN Ravi, Gehlot, Anandiben Patel, CV Anand Bose. CV Anand Bose is the right answer. This contest is going to be close. I can see many of you getting the right answer. That basically means the leaderboard will eventually be decided by the speed with which you answer the question. Question number 20, and then we'll check the leaderboard. With which country India signed an MOU for preservation of Udimu Palace? उदीमू पैलेस प्रिजर्वेशन के लिए किसके साथ हमने एक एमओयू साइन किया है रिसेंटली? इटली, मालदीव्स, भूटान, गाम्बिया. 67 मालदीव्स और भूटान के साथ. द करेक्ट आंसर इज मालदीव्स. लेट्स चेक द लीडर बोर्ड. So there is a slight change in the leaderboard. We find Devank at the first position. Then you have Nia, Shivansh, Vanisha, Aryan, Abhishek, Love, Sumit, Gauranshi, Zoya. So we see some new faces in top 10 as well. And Devank is at the first position. ठीक है. Aryan has soared to the fifth position. Good, Aryan. All of you keep trying, keep trying. You'll eventually be able to get more marks. The purpose ultimately is to learn while having fun, of course. Article 20, question number 21. Question number 21 on your screens. Stay with the quiz, do not go away. Dash made the geocoding functionality live for all states and union territories. Which of the following institutions has done this geocoding? It's Goods and Services Tax Network. ठीक है, तो geocoding has been made compulsory, has been allowed by GST network. It is to basically tackle some discrepancies that were happening in the entire process of compliance with GST. तो geocoding की functionality वहां पर लेकर आए हैं. All right, question number 22 on your screens. Ishi, try to refresh. एक बार लीव करके वापस ज्वाइन करने का ट्राई करो. आई थिंक you'll be able to do it. You'll be able to get the poll option as well. Recently in news, सागर संपर्क क्या है? What is सागर संपर्क? Is differential global navigation satellite system. ठीक है? It's a navigation system, global navigation system called सागर संपर्क. AFSPA Act, which authority is authorized to declare an area as disturbed area? AFSPA, Armed Forces Special Powers Act, उसके अंदर एक power होती है कि you can declare a particular area as disturbed area and then armed forces can be brought to that area. So who has the power to declare it? Governor of the state. Correct. The governor of a state has powers to declare a particular region as a disturbed area as a disturbed area. And then AFSPA can be extended to that area. Dark spots on the surface of sun are called as dark spots on the surface of sun. Sunspots. Dark spots on the surface of sun are called sunspots. Please check the code as well, Ishi. Question number 25 on your screens. UN Commission on Human Rights was replaced by UN Human Rights Council. कौन से ईयर में हुआ था ये? Earlier it used to be UNCHR, then it became UNHRC. It happened in the year 2006. So अगर मैं इसका उल्टा पूछूं कि UNHRC की प्रीसीड जो पुरानी बॉडी थी जिसको रिप्लेस करके UNHRC बना है, then also you should be able to answer it. उसका predecessor body you should be knowing. I'll move to the next question. Question number 26. Which MNC is going to launch the Bard Chatbot? Bard नाम का जो चैटबॉट है वो इनमें से किसका है? माइक्रोसॉफ्ट, अल्फाबेट, एप्पल और मेटा? करेक्ट, इट्स अल्फाबेट, गूगल बार्ड। तो गूगल की जो पेरेंट कंपनी है दैट इज अल्फाबेट। what is non-fungible tokens which was recently in news? Non-fungible tokens वर्चुअल रियलिटी ग्राफिक्स हैं, एम्बेडेड ऑगमेंटेड रियलिटी है, क्रिप्टोग्राफिक कार्ड है या 6G टेक्नोलॉजी है? Correct. These are basically cryptographic cards, NFTs. They were in news very recently. They're in news because नई चीजें हैं, technology, just like bitcoins, NFTs are also very a big buzzword. Recently in news, Karst Plateau is located in Himalayas, Western Ghats, Eastern Ghats, Satpura Mountains. Karst Plateau, Western Ghats. Very good. Bharat campaign launched by which of the following union ministries? Bharat campaign. The correct answer is Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. This was question number 29. Question number 30, and then we'll check the leaderboard again. Who is the head of RBI's interdepartmental group on internationalization of rupee? India is trying to promote internationalize the rupee currency just like dollar. So we're trying to promote it. So who was the head of RBI's interdepartmental group? Interdepartmental group basically means that they're not, bringing anyone from outside. They're basically having someone from inside only. ठीक है, तो RBI is one of the executive directors is Radha Shyam Ratho, and he is the head of RBI's IDG on internationalization of rupee. So moving on to the passage based questions. Question, if you can see, recently you have seen that there's this, you know, कुछ उठापटक हुई है वहां पर महाराष्ट्र में, which is basically related to uh, NCP, Nationalist Congress Party. So Ajit Pawar had taken a oath of Deputy CM of Maharashtra. So there's no direct question as such from the passage. I'll move to the passage directly. The questions based on passage. Waiting for all the students to join. Great. 10th schedule of the Constitution, popularly known as Anti Defection Act, was included in the Constitution. कौन से साल में हुआ था ये? This is an easy one. You should be able to answer this. A very easy one. 1985. 1985 में एंटी डिफेक्शन एक्ट आया था थ्रू 52nd कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट एक्ट. The final deciding authority on the question of disqualification is which of the following organization? Election Commission of India, Supreme Court, President, Speaker of Lok Sabha and Chairman of Rajya Sabha. It is the Speaker of Lok Sabha और Chairman of Rajya Sabha. तो जो हाउस होता है उसके जो भी चेयरमैन या स्पीकर होगा वो डिसाइड करता है कि डिस्क्वालिफिकेशन अंडर द एंटी डिफेक्शन लॉ हैज हैपेंड और नॉट. So it is also one of the criticisms of the law. If there is a defection in favor of the ruling party, then the person who is the presiding officer may or may not take an action. So it's also one of the criticisms, but the fact, as it says, is the presiding officer of that particular house decides whether the disqualification has happened or not. Question number 33 on your screens. Which committee recommended amendments of anti-defection law to restrict disqualification where elected member voluntarily gives up his membership? एक कमिटी थी जिसने बोला था कि अगर कोई वॉलंटरली अपनी मेंबरशिप दे रहा है तो इसमें रिस्ट्रिक्शन होना चाहिए कि वो डिस्क्वालीफाई ना हो. Dinesh Goswami committee. Again, Dinesh Goswami committee has extensively worked on electoral reforms. तो अगर इलेक्टोरल रिफॉर्म से रिलेटेड, इलेक्शन से रिलेटेड या इलेक्शंस या पॉलिटिकल पार्टी से रिलेटेड कुछ अगर रिफॉर्म्स आता है एंड वन ऑफ द ऑप्शंस इज दिनेश गोस्वामी, यू कैन वेरी वेल गो एंड मार्क इट एज द राइट आंसर. So Dinesh Goswami has extensively worked. Dinesh Goswami committee has extensively given so many recommendations related to electoral reforms. Similarly, if there is something related to criminal law reforms, you can cite Malimat committee. If you see Malimat committee, go with the Malimat committee option. Take that much risk. You should have that much risk appetite. ठीक है? तो क्योंकि Malimat committee has given extensive recommendations on criminal law reforms. ठीक है? So that way you can identify patterns. That's why I say identify patterns wherever possible. That can help you in making some educated guess as well. The kind of question CLAT is asking these days, you cannot simply rely on the knowledge that you have. You have to be aware, you have to be present there, and while reading itself you should be able to identify patterns so that 3 4 5 marks, even 4 or 5 questions you are able to get correct simply because of presence of mind. That can also give you that upper edge, a competitive edge that takes you to the top 3 law schools. Question number 34. Under which article of the Constitution matters related to disqualification of MPs is provided? It is Article 102. So basically, डिस्क्वालिफिकेशन जो होता है डिफेक्शन के कारण जो डिस्क्वालिफिकेशन होता है दैट इज प्रोवाइडेड इन 10th शेड्यूल, बट देयर आर वेरियस अदर ग्राउंड्स आल्सो फॉर डिस्क्वालिफिकेशन, और जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में मेंशन है दैट इज मेंशन इन आर्टिकल 102. देयर आर सम मोर ग्राउंड्स ऑफ डिस्क्वालिफिकेशन दैट आर मेंशन्ड इन रिप्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ पीपल्स एक्ट 1950-51. तो अलग अलग जगह पे डिस्क्वालिफिकेशन के अलग अलग ग्राउंड्स मेंशन्ड है. तो एक कुछ ग्राउंड्स कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में भी मेंशन है बट दे आर मेंशन्ड इन द आर्टिकल 102. Anti-defection law nominated members can be disqualified if he joins any party after expiry of dash months. 15 days, 2 months, 6 months, 12 months. एक नॉमिनेटेड मेंबर अगर पार्टी कोई ज्वाइन करता है तो कितने टाइम तक वो डिसाइड कर सकता है, और उसके बियॉन्ड अगर करता है तो he will be disqualified. The answer is 6 months. So we have passage number 2 on Chandrayaan 3. Now listen, ध्यान से पढ़ना. There is something coming from this passage itself. Chandrayaan 3 mission, whose name means moon vehicle, Chandrayaan, is scheduled to launch towards moon on Friday. The mission aims to achieve what its predecessor could not: land softly on the lunar surface and explore it with a rover. A successful landing will make India the dash country to achieve the feat. The position remains vacant after the missions from Israel, India in 2019 crash landed, and the spacecraft carrying a lander rover from Japan and a rover from UAE failed in 2022. So this makes India the dash country to achieve the feat if we are able to land, if we are able to establish a soft landing. A successful soft landing will make India the dash country to achieve this feat. Third, fourth, fifth, or sixth? Easy question if you are revising the weekly roundups, and not so easy question if you are not. Great. So, fourth country to achieve this feat after US, Russia, and China. And India will be the first country to soft land on the towards the South Pole. ज्यादातर कंट्री जो भी तीन कंट्रीज हैं यूएस रशिया एंड चाइना टिल नाउ दे हैव लैंडेड अराउंड द इक्वेटर ऑफ मून इंडिया विल बिकम द फर्स्ट कंट्री टू सॉफ्ट लैंड ऑन towards the south pole. And the fact that we are having an ambitious mission itself is a matter of pride. Great. Question number 37, 3 questions away from checking the leaderboard again. Which of the following is not correctly matched? Artemis, NASA; Danuri, Japan; Chang'e, China; Rashid, UAE. उनके रिस्पेक्टिव मिशंस हैं, क्या वो किससे कनेक्टेड हैं? कौन सा वाला इज नॉट करेक्टली मैच्ड? करेक्ट. The second option, Danuri, Japan, is wrong. Danuri is a mission of South Korea and not Japan. Danuri is a mission of South Korea and not Japan. Question number 38. LUPEX is a joint robotic lunar mission between. कौन सी दो कंट्रीज हैं जो साथ में ल्यूपेक्स नाम का रोबोटिक लूनार मिशन लॉन्च करने वाले हैं? नासा इसरो, जाक्सा नासा, ईएसए नासा और इसरो जाक्सा. The correct answer is ISRO and JAXA. JAXA is basically the space agency of Japan. Question number 39. Which astronaut will be the first woman to go to moon as announced by NASA for its Artemis 2 mission? Which astronaut will be the first woman to go to moon? Christina Koch, Jessica Meir, Kathleen Rubins, Sally Ride. Christina Koch is the right answer. Very good. I'll move to question number 40. Many of you must have followed the daily newspaper questions which were conducted earlier. तो थोड़ा कई बार हमको होता है, कई बार options हमको सीधे याद नहीं रहते या नाम हमें याद नहीं रहता. But when you see the options, you are able to recall. So have trust and belief in your fleeting memory as well. Multiple revisions is all you need. Question number 40, and then we'll check the leaderboard again. Which spacecraft will be used in Artemis mission that will be taking astronauts to the moon? Which spacecraft will be used in Artemis mission that will be taking astronauts to the moon? Apollo, Orion, Soyuz, Juno. It's Orion. I'm talking about the spacecraft. तो Orion spacecraft है जो कि astronauts को moon की तरफ ले जाएगा. Let's check the leaderboard now. It's a close, very close contest as I see. So we have Devank in the first position, Shivansh a close second, Manisha again a close third, Nia, Aryan, Abhishek, Sumit, Akshat, Arinjay, Kirti. Very good. Very good. Let's check. अब सीधे 10th इसके बाद 50th question पे we'll check the final leaderboard. Now passage number 3. World Investment Report focus on trends in foreign direct investment worldwide at the regional and country levels and emerging measures to improve its contribution to development. Also provides analysis on global value chains, operations of multinational enterprises, special attention to the development implications. Dash today called for urgent support to developing countries to enable them to attract significantly more investments for their transition to clean energy. ठीक है. Let's go to the questions. Question number 41. Hello Manvi. Question number 41 on your screens now. World Investment Report is published every year by which of the following organization? WTO, UNDP, IMF, UNCTAD. UNCTAD is the right answer. Very good. आगे बढ़ेंगे. Next question on your screens. World Investment Report 23, global foreign direct investments were dashed in 2022. क्या हुआ है 2022 में? Increase, decrease, or by how much percentage? It has decreased by 12%. So there was a cause of concern that overall FDIs are decreasing. One of the reasons is developed countries are facing a lot of economic issues. Most of these FDIs, they come from developed countries to developing countries. Now, since developed countries themselves are facing some problems, so the investors are not very optimistic about investing in developing countries also. Okay? So as the economy picks up, even in developed countries, we'll see more FDIs flowing into all parts of the world. Which is the top FDI investment destination in the world in 2022? टॉप एफडीआई इन्वेस्टमेंट डेस्टिनेशन, सबसे ज्यादा एफडीआई कौन सी कंट्री के पास गया इनमें से? यूएसए. देखो दुनिया में सबसे ज्यादा एफडीआई डेस्टिनेशन इन द वर्ल्ड, ठीक है, टॉप एफडीआई इन्वेस्टमेंट डेस्टिनेशन इन द वर्ल्ड इज यूएसए. क्वेश्चन नंबर 44. It's called automatic route. FDI, basically when FDI comes to India, there are two routes. One is automatic route where you do not require any kind of prior clearance or permission of the government. And then there is government route where you need certain sectors beyond a certain levels, you need to require government's permission before you can invest into the country. So you have government route and automatic route. Slowly and steadily, government is trying to put as many sectors as possible in the automatic route so that it can increase the overall FDIs in the country, FDI in the country. Where is the headquarters of UNCTAD located? Headquarters of UNCTAD कहाँ पर located है? The Hague, Washington DC, Geneva or New York? Geneva is the right answer. So SCO summit से related है ये passage. There's no fill in the blanks as such. So हम लोग question पे जाएंगे सीधे. Question number 46 on your screens. Shanghai Cooperation Organization was established on which of the following dates, the date or the year? 2001, 15th of June 2001. Even if you remember the year, you can reduce the options to two. You can eliminate two options. अगर साल भी याद है तो भी आप eliminate कर सकते हो दो options. Question number 47 on your screens. Officially inducted as the 9th member of SCO in the 23rd summit. Very easy question. According to me, all of you should get it correct. Now, these questions are very easy if you're reading newspapers every day, if you're attending the weekly roundups, and if you're following the weekly roundups religiously and every day. 23rd summit में ईरान को include किया as the 9th member. 7th and 8th member were India and Pakistan respectively. ईरान का जो फॉर्मलाइजेशन, तो ओवरऑल फॉर्मेलिटीज थी वो तो लास्ट ईयर ही कंप्लीट हो गई थी, बट नाउ दिस सबमिट ऑनवर्ड्स Iran officially became a part of Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Next question, question number 48. Three questions away from the final leaderboard. SCO members agreed to declare year 2024 as the SCO year of millet, year of tourism, sustainable farming, or SCO year of environment. It is the SCO year of environment, not millet. सब कुछ millet के around थोड़ी होगा. SCO year of environment. Question number 49. Which city has been declared as the first tourism and cultural capital of SCO? Lhasa, Varanasi, St. Petersburg, Hampi. Varanasi, very good. Last and the final question for today, and we'll check the final leaderboard after this. Questions on your screen. SCO RATS. In which country the permanent body of SCO RATS is based? SCO RATS का headquarters कहाँ पर है? Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan or Kyrgyzstan? It is basically an anti-terror body of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Anti-terror body of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. The right answer is Uzbekistan. So we're done with today's quiz. It's time to check the leaderboard, the final leaderboard. So Devank, Vanisha and Shivansh, many congratulations Devank. So Devank has topped today's leaderboard. Okay? So that is it with this week's weekly roundup. I'll come back again next week. Time and date will be notified to you beforehand. Make sure you attend the Menti quiz every time. ठीक है? हर बार Menti quiz को attend करना है. These questions are important questions, curated questions from the newspapers that you're reading every day. And at least I'm assuming that you're reading every day. ठीक है? Do not go for any kind of analysis videos of newspapers. Make sure you read newspaper yourself. Try to understand the passage yourself. And even then, when you're not able to understand, share it in the doubt clearing groups. I will explain it to you. But do not fall for shortcuts. ठीक है? Thank you so much. And wish you all the very best. Keep reading, keep revising. All the very best. Stay happy, stay healthy. Bye bye.